Have you ever felt like you're no longer making your own decisions, but your brain is dancing to someone else's commands? Every time you mindlessly open Instagram or scroll aimlessly on YouTube, a chemical quietly gets triggered in your brain, dopamine, and this very chemical slowly disconnects you from real life. Why do things that once felt exciting, like studying, goal setting, or reading a good book, now feel boring? Because your mind has been hijacked, and even though you feel this manipulation daily, you can't quite understand it. But if you watch this video till the end, you'll learn how social media is playing a game with your brain's reward system and how you can take control back through dopamine detox. Hello everyone, I'm Dr. Syed M. Quadri, a US board-certified psychiatrist, and for the past 20 years, I have been working in the field of mental health and neuroscience. In today's video, we will talk about what is dopamine detox, why it's important, and how it can be scientifically controlled so that you can take your brain back under your own control. Dopamine is a brain chemical that sends a signal to our brain to do that thing again next time, the one that makes us feel good. Whenever you do something that gives you instant joy or excitement, like scrolling through Instagram, eating chips, or gaming, your brain releases dopamine. This reward chemical teaches your brain, this action feels good, do it again. The problem starts when we engage in these kinds of high reward activities every day, because gradually our brain starts to lose interest in low stimulation activities. Studying, writing, or any deep work that requires patience all begin to feel dull and boring to the brain. That's why watching YouTube feels effortless to a student, while reading a single chapter feels exhausting. In a famous study, scientists set up 2 screens in a closed room. One showed fast-changing, Instagram-like images, and the other displayed plain black and white text. When participants were asked which screen they preferred to look at for a longer time, 90% chose the colorful, fast-paced screen, even though it had no useful information. Brain scans showed that this screen repeatedly activated the dopamine system, just like junk food or short videos do. Now think about it. When your brain gets addicted to such high-reward stimuli, how boring would it feel to read even a single chapter or sit for hours working on a task? Today's adults spend an average of 8 hours and 39 minutes per day in front of screens. This number was 7 hours and 22 minutes in 2019 and has now increased to nearly 9 hours. This means a teenager spends around 43% of their waking time on screens. Social media apps deliberately trigger this dopamine loop through constant notifications, endless scroll, and personalized content. If you don't do a dopamine detox, your focus, patience, and discipline will slowly start to fade away. Now, let's explore 20 powerful ways to regain control over your brain and break free from dopamine addiction. 1. Limit social media usage. Excessive social media use floods your brain with high dopamine, making everything else feel boring. Start by checking social media only twice a day and track your screen time. 2. Adopt a no-screen morning. Checking your phone first thing in the morning spikes dopamine, making important tasks feel dull. Instead, spend 30 to 60 minutes screen-free, go for a walk, meditate, or read a book. 3. Reduce junk food consumption. Junk food gives an instant dopamine boost, triggering cravings. To break this cycle, gradually switch to healthier foods and practice mindful eating. Stay tuned for more game-changing tips. 4. Engage in a low dopamine activity daily. Our brain prefers activities that provide instant rewards. However, if you gradually engage in boring tasks like studying, exercising, or doing challenging work, your brain will start enjoying them over time. 5. Follow the Pomodoro technique. Your brain gets distracted easily because high dopamine activities offer quick pleasure in small doses. Use the Pomodoro technique, work with a deep focus for 50 minutes, then take a 10-minute break. But avoid high dopamine activities during your break. 6. Plan and set goals. When we have a clear target, our brain naturally aligns itself with it. Every morning, plan your day and include dopamine detox strategies in your routine. 7. Walk more and spend time in nature. Studies show that spending time in nature helps balance dopamine levels and promotes natural happiness. Make it a habit to take at least a 30-minute walk outdoors every day. 8. Implement a reward system. If quitting high dopamine activities completely feels tough, set up a reward system for yourself. Study for 1 hour, then allow yourself 10 minutes of YouTube. This way, your brain will learn to release dopamine in a balanced manner. 9. Adopt a digital detox day. Dedicate one day a week as a no digital day, no social media, gaming, or unnecessary screen time. Use this time for hobbies, outdoor activities, and quality time with family. 10. Gradually increase dopamine detox. Dopamine detox won't show results in just one day. Start by trying one or two small changes, then slowly make it a part of your daily routine. Over time, your brain will become less dependent on high dopamine activities, and you'll regain focus and control. 11. Take a cold shower daily. Cold showers are known in scientific research to boost mood and alertness. When you bathe with cold water, the body experiences mild stress, which leads to a gradual and sustainable release of dopamine. According to one study, cold exposure increased dopamine levels by up to 250%, which is far more natural and stable than the dopamine spike caused by junk food or social media. 12. Stop multitasking, adopt single tasking. When we do multiple things at once, like checking your phone while studying, our brain keeps seeking small bursts of dopamine. But when we focus on one task at a time, the brain learns to focus deeply and dopamine remains in balance. Research from Stanford University shows that multitasking reduces productivity and increases mental fatigue. 13. Avoid blue light, especially at night. At night, blue light from mobile, laptop screens triggers dopamine release at the wrong time and disturbs sleep hormones. Because of this, the next day, your brain starts to find dopamine-sensitive activities boring. According to a Harvard report, blue light suppresses melatonin and slows the brain-body recovery process. Turn off screens at least 1 hour before bedtime and use dim lighting instead. 14. Spend time on creative activities. Engaging in painting, writing, music, or any art form releases dopamine in a healthier way. Research has found that creative activities help develop a flow state where dopamine is released naturally without overstimulation, which improves both focus and satisfaction. 15. Get morning sunlight exposure. Sunlight naturally triggers the production of dopamine and serotonin. Sitting or walking in sunlight for 20 minutes every morning resets your brain for dopamine detox. According to Stanford neuroscientist Dr. Andrew Huberman, morning sunlight regulates your circadian rhythm, which keeps dopamine signaling balanced throughout the day. 16. Do resistance training. Strength training or weightlifting not only makes your body strong, but it also makes your brain's dopamine receptors more responsive. According to a study published in Frontiers in Psychology, resistance workouts lead to the natural release of dopamine and serotonin, which gradually brings back your focus and motivation. Just 20 to 30 minutes of strength-based exercise daily greatly supports dopamine detox. 17. Practice gratitude journaling. Writing down what you're thankful for, even for just 5 minutes a day, helps train your brain to feel satisfaction even with less dopamine. According to research from UC Berkeley, the practice of gratitude increases the natural release of dopamine and serotonin and also reduces stress. It is a very powerful, low dopamine habit. 18. Adopt controlled music listening. Listening to music triggers dopamine release, but it does so in a controlled and deeply emotional way. A study in Nature Neuroscience found that when we listen to our favorite music attentively, dopamine is released in a healthier and steady manner. So, instead of scrolling social media, listening to calm music supports dopamine detox. 19. Increase face-to-face social interaction. Talking to people in real life releases both oxytocin and dopamine, and this release brings fulfillment, not addiction. Research from Harvard Health states that in-person interaction naturally activates the brain's reward system, which helps in dopamine detox. Have meaningful conversations every day, preferably without screens. 20. Practice minimalism. Too much visual and audio stimulation, like loud music, flashy videos, notifications, dulls dopamine receptors. When you practice minimalism, like being in a calm environment, doing simple tasks, and keeping a decluttered space, your brain learns to regulate dopamine properly. This habit proves to be quietly powerful in improving your focus. Dopamine detox is not magic. It is a slow but deep rewiring process. If you truly want to regain control over your mind, start with small decisions each day. This is the very habit that sets top performers apart from everyone else. What did you learn from this video? Make sure to comment below and tell us which addiction you want to overcome first. Share this video with your friends who are losing to themselves every day. And yes, don't miss the next video where we'll talk about how to maintain dopamine detox in the long term. Make sure to subscribe. Your mind is your greatest investment.